There are three unmistakable signals that reveal when attraction is already alive inside a woman. Stay present all the way through to the third one, because it is the most subtle of the three and it unfolds right out in the open where most men never think to look. But before getting into those signals, there is something worth understanding first. If you have walked past these moments without recognizing them, it was not because you lacked confidence, charm, or emotional awareness. It was simply because nobody ever taught you how to read the way desire expresses itself in a woman. And that expression operates on an entirely different frequency than the way men experience it. When a man feels attraction, he tends to move toward it directly. A woman, by contrast, feels that same pull and then watches. She reads the situation carefully. She quietly shapes the conditions around her. She leaves doors open, but she rarely walks through them unaccompanied. Instead, she waits to see whether you will step forward and meet her there. This is not coyness or game playing. It is a pattern with deep evolutionary roots. Throughout human history, women have needed a degree of certainty before allowing themselves to become emotionally or physically vulnerable. Not out of excessive caution, but out of genuine instinct. That wiring has not disappeared. It simply operates beneath the surface, quietly influencing behavior in ways most people never consciously examine. So when attraction stirs inside a woman, she does not broadcast it loudly. She communicates it in whispers. These three signals are exactly those whispers. The first signal is touch that has no obvious justification. This is not about broad physical contact. It is about the specific quality and intention behind how she reaches out. She does not need to brush your arm mid-conversation or nudge you lightly when something makes her laugh, but she does it regardless. In many cases, she is not even fully conscious that she is doing it. From a neuroscientific standpoint, this behavior is understood as contact seeking. When genuine attraction is present, the body begins looking for physical confirmation that the connection is real. Touch becomes the mechanism for shortening the distance between two people. The detail that matters most here is what happens immediately after the contact. Rather than pulling back instantly, she holds it just a breath longer than the moment would require. That fraction of a second is not meaningless. It is her body expressing what she has not yet put into language. The second signal is a shift in the quality of her eye contact. Most people have heard the general idea that the eyes reveal attraction, but very few understand what that actually looks like in practice. When a woman is drawn to someone, her pupils may dilate slightly, which is an involuntary physiological response beyond her control. She will also sustain eye contact for just a moment longer than what feels like neutral social territory. And when she does finally break that gaze, the direction she looks matters enormously. She tends to look downward rather than away to the side. Research into nonverbal communication has consistently associated that downward break with openness and receptivity. It is not something learned or performed. It is instinctive. Over time, you will begin to notice the rhythm of it. She holds your gaze, offers the softest trace of a smile, glances briefly downward, and then returns her eyes to yours. That quiet cycle repeats itself and communicates genuine interest without a single word passing between you. The third signal is the one that goes unnoticed most often. She begins engineering moments of privacy. Picture a setting with other people around. At some point, without any obvious reason, she finds a way to pull the interaction inward. Perhaps she suggests the two of you step away to get something together, or she lowers her voice as though what she is about to say belongs only to you. None of this is accidental. Psychologically, before a woman allows physical or emotional closeness to deepen, she typically seeks to first establish a smaller, more contained space where she can gauge how you respond to her. She is not just creating physical proximity. She is creating a private world for a moment and watching to see whether you step into it naturally. When you do, with calm presence and quiet confidence, things tend to unfold from there on their own. Here is the most important thing to carry forward from all of this. The opportunities you may have walked past before were never lost because you were not capable of recognizing them. They slipped by because you did not yet have the framework to see them. Now you do. The next time one of these signals appears in front of you, you will meet it with a clarity and composure that most people never develop. That awareness is not a trick or a shortcut. It is simply the result of understanding something true about human nature. Use it with honesty and respect because that is always where the strongest connections actually begin. If any of this resonated with you or brought a specific moment to mind, share it. Someone in your life might need to hear exactly this.